Borodar, hi, bonjour, guten tag, bon dia. We have a global perspective here at Glyndwr University in Wrexham, based in North Wales. My name is Dr. Jan Green and I'm the programme leader of our MBA. The programme has been very successful and that's enabled us to franchise it out to a number of partner colleges throughout the globe. Now, instead of just providing you with paper documentation, we thought it would be really advantageous if I talked directly to you about the programme. But first of all, it's probably worth using myself as an example and what postgraduate study enabled me to achieve. I left university with an undergraduate degree in business and management, and I worked in the food sector. My career was developing quite well. But then I was offered the opportunity to undertake an MBA programme of study, and that really widened my horizons. It enabled me to have a view and insight into business and management topics that I certainly hadn't had before. At the time, the company that I worked for were looking to grow and diversify. The knowledge I'd gained from the programme was absolutely crucial in some of the planning that we carried out and some of the decisions that were being made. I was involved in multi-million-pound mergers and acquisitions, and I really thought, wow, here am I in a senior position within industry, undertaking analysis, making decisions and coming up with problem-solving techniques that really worked and applied. That's what an MBA can provide for you. This afternoon I'm joined by a couple of our students who are partway through the programme, Dan and Andy. And it'd be really useful, Dan, to ask you what was it that attracted you to the Glyndwr University MBA programme when you enrolled?
Well, definitely for me, it was the prospect of a better career, because I applied for jobs and I kept getting told I need the qualification. Because I live quite locally, it was the convenience and most importantly it was the scholarship for returning students, which was a huge incentive for me. When I reviewed the programme to see exactly what the courses would contain was exactly fitted the career that I was hoping to actually achieve. The more that I'm doing the course, as you said, I'm halfway through at the moment, every little bit is in relation to my hopefully career that I will obtain at the end of the course. So it's not that I'm learning something that's irrelevant. Every little bit, from finance to strategy, everything's applicable to what I will hopefully obtain when I leave. That's fantastic. Andy, your reasons might be slightly different to Dan's.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and again your rationale?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, I own a local building company, and we're currently growing at the moment, and we're getting to a point now where we need some more sort of input in the company, so I've decided to come in and learn more about the business strategy and things like that, so I can apply it to my business. I think the fact that it was the duration of the course, the fact that it was a 12-month course was suitable for myself and for my business needs, so that's why I decided to do that.
Okay, fantastic. So diverse reasons really, but again very business focused. Now, our programme's got a number of aspects to it. One, which certainly has made my life easier, is the learning resources. How valuable is that to you?
To be honest, brilliant. The fact that you can get access to 24/7, the fact that the slides or anything that will be discussed in the lectures are on, well, a minimum 24 hours, if not even earlier than that, to actually get access, so you've got a flavour of what the course will contain. And also it gives you the opportunity to actually research or even brush up on certain textbooks, so you have got the preparation if that's what you wanted to do. It's not that you come unprepared at any point, which is absolutely brilliant.
And I suppose there's the preparation, but there's also the ability to be able to look back as well without...
Absolutely. Without it, I wouldn't be able to go with assignments. It's kind of nice, that, especially with me being misplaced in things and this, that and the other. If anything, it's nice to have everything collection in one place, so it's easy accessible. You've got everything, all the lecture notes. So for me, it's brilliant. It's like having my little folder, if you like, on the computer.
Great. Andy, yourself?
Yeah, it's good for me, I think, because certainly from my my position, for example, if I was unable to go to a lecture at all, you know, the information's still there. And again, like Dan was saying, I can access it prior to it. But again, it's it's very good because you can effectively see what the preparations or what you're looking forward to, if you like. So
Great.
yeah, it's very good for me.
Part of the programme is to have specialist lectures for the various topics, which obviously is crucial. And I know you guys both have seen quite a lot of me over the last 6 months or so. What's the key point in a lecture or a tutorial, Andy? What would you say?
I think it's very engaging. It's very. I think it seems to be good, the fact that everyone seems to participate as well.
Yeah.
I think that was key for me, really, if I'm honest. I think that it really is engaging and it's really enjoyable as well.
And of course, as you say about engaging, you can learn from each other,
Exactly.
what other people's examples or points of view. Yeah, that's interesting. Dan?
So this is what you've just mentioned, is the fact that there's different learning styles, different approaches, different lecturers. Obviously, PowerPoint presentations used very often. However, it's also, as you yourself have done, is go away. Each individual person will learn a particular topic, and then we give feedback to each other. So we are, as you say, we're learning from each other. But it's like you've got different lecturers in the same room, so you have to be on point. You have to be alert. It's not just you sit there, you take notes, you go away. You have to be interactive, and Andy said you have to participate, give your feedback. You have to even argue the points, and obviously be critical of other people's viewpoints, because then everyone can come to a resolution saying, actually, yeah, now that you've mentioned it, I've got this complete different perception of a particular topic. So each lecture is completely unique, which I do like personally for my style. Great.
So there's no one prescription. There's variety and the ability to contribute.
Quite open as well. It's quite open, so everyone, and there's a lot of different backgrounds. So it is interesting the input from the individuals in the room. It's very good.
Lovely. What about managing the demands of an MBA? Here we've got a company director.
I suppose from my point of view, it's difficult for me. It's a different approach for myself, because I'm trying to take what I'm learning in the lectures and apply it to my business. Whereas there's other students in the room who are maybe looking to get the highest grades possible.
Yes.
So it's so even though the demand is quite high for me, I'm actually learning whatever I'm learning, I'm applying to my business, and I suppose the pressure of the higher grades is not so essential. So it's quite, even though it seems it could be quite. It could be quite
demanding.
Yeah. It's it certainly seemed demanding for myself. I can apply the theory to my business. So it's,
which in a way, maybe your responses are more practical in actual fact, and very much business based, which is what an MBA is all about. Really. Well, anything to add there, Dan?
Well. It is similar to Andy in the sense that when I first started, I had to, more than anything. It wasn't a case I wanted to do a master's. It was a case if I didn't do a master's, I wouldn't get the career that I wanted.
Okay.
That had to certainly change to that I wanted to. That as time went on, I was enjoying it more. I felt really comfortable in the assignments, what I was learning. So it is enjoyable to be here rather than I have to be for the sake of being here. So it's nice to have that transition from what I initially thought before I came on the course to how I feel halfway, and hopefully when I finish I'll have a different perspective again of enjoyment. So
that's super. Any other tips or comments that you might want to make to prospective students who are considering an MBA? What would you say to them?
From my own personal circumstances, I think the strategic and the effect and change is very, very useful, and it's really, really beneficial to myself. So if I would advise it, if it was, if there was someone in my position, I'd certainly take it up, certainly for the strategic and the change.
Because that's sort of looking ahead in many ways, isn't it? Forward planning those particular subjects. Yeah. Thanks, Andy. And Dan?
I think in terms of like any tips or that, it's just definitely get a good base of what the course and all the modules do contain. For me personally, I researched it significantly before I came, because obviously I did my undergraduate here, obviously returned to do my MBA, and I just wanted to make sure that it is exactly what I wanted to do. And to be honest, the support and reassurance I got from a few lecturers and members of staff to say, this is what it entails, this is what you will be doing, so there's no hidden surprises, and it was brilliant, to be fair. So I had the reassurance that, yeah, that's what I wanted to do from day one, to be honest.
Good, that's terrific. So, a couple of different viewpoints there from people who are partway through the MBA programme. So for any prospective students, hopefully that's given an insight from that point of view rather than just the academic staff. Thanks very much, guys, that was great. The outcome then of an MBA is mastery, not mediocrity. So if you're wanting to sharpen up your CV and the skills that you've got that underpin the CV, a master's is really a good idea for you. Our partner in Singapore is the TEG College, and it was established back in the 1990s with two main aims. One, the provision of English language, and secondly, postgraduate education. If you look at their website, you will see the business school on there, and there's quite a lot of extensive detail about the MBA programme. The website address is teg.edu.sg. That's the next step for you, and then of course you could go along, make arrangements to visit the Faculty of Business. They would be delighted to see you. Thanks very much.